football player props here on PrizePicks for Saturday, September 20th. Before I get started, you guys take a look in the description below of the video. Hop into the Discord. $9.30 per month, 31 cents per day. Currently doing a promo right now for first-time members. 20% off your first month. Comes out to like $6, you guys, for the full first 30 days in the Discord with the link in the description below. Hope to see you guys in there. But let's get into it, you guys. 2 college football player props for this Saturday. I think it's week 4 college football slate. Yeah, let's not waste any time, you guys. Let's just get right into this video. First play I'm looking at here is going to be Sam Leavitt. I'm trying to target games also towards the end of Saturday because I'm getting this video out later on Friday. So again, these games will be in the late afternoon, Saturday, September 20th. But Sam Leavitt, over 20 fantasy score is the first play here. This game should just be a ton of offense. We're looking at a 59.5-point game total. Arizona is going to be 2.5-point road favorites here in this one, which is interesting. ESPN match predictor picking Baylor. But I do like Sam Leavitt here. Started the season off kind of slow after a pretty phenomenal freshman season. We look at Sam Leavitt last season, was over this line in 9 of 13 games, averaging 21.6 fantasy points, right? Numerous games went over this line. This season, he's over this line in 2 of 3, 36.5 against NAU. Had a tough matchup, tough game, actually. I don't think the matchup's that strong against Mississippi State. And then last week bounced back 27.4 against Texas State. But again, going back to last season, or we do look at his last 10 games, the game totals are right around 60 points. When there's, let's just say 52 points scored in the game, Sam Leavitt's over this line in 8 of 10 games, averaging 24.3 fantasy points. And again, you got to understand the majority of these games last season came with Cam Skattebo, running back now with the New York Giants, right? Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. Sam Leavitt played with him last season, so you got Cam Skattebo taking up a ton of usage, a ton of plays called for him last season. I think there's even more offensive, usage for Sam Leavitt now this season. And Baylor's a strong matchup, right? Obviously, the game total is at 60.5. We look at Baylor averaging giving up 19.9 fantasy points to the quarterback position this season. Also, they are allowing the let's see this real quickly. This is pass yards. They are allowing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th most yards per passing attempt at 10.3. Right? Again, not a great defense. We look at other quarterbacks. We saw Jackson Arnold versus Baylor in the first game of the season. Only threw for 108 passing yards, but went for 137 on the ground and 2 rushing touchdowns. I think he probably finished with north of 30 fantasy points. And then Kevin Jennings, I think last week or the week before, 295 through the air at 3 passing touchdowns. Didn't even play that well, in my opinion, and Baylor dominated the time of possession, but this game was an absolute shootout, hopefully similarly to what we get here. And I know for this game, Kevin Jennings' fantasy score line was at 24.5, so we get Sam Leavitt here at just 20. I do like the upside here a lot for him in this sky-high matchup, Big 12, on the road in Baylor. I think it's kind of show it, prove it type of game for Sam Leavitt and the Arizona State Sun Devils. So this is the first play. The second play here, I'm coming all the way down here. I'm looking at Brayden Fowler-Nicolosi, okay, quarterback for Colorado State. Now, I was kind of torn. I was actually looking at Owen McCown too. For this one, you could play. I just think this game's gonna have a ton of offense. This game total is sitting here at 59.5 as well, with UTSA being 4.5-point road favorites. So Colorado State, obviously Brayden Nicolosi, the quarterback for Colorado State, is the home underdog here in this one. But I like this for a variety of reasons, right? We look at Brayden. We look at his lines last season, or his game last season. He's over this line in 7 of 12 games last season. We kind of filter this, though, to win, like I said, 59.5-point game total. In games where, there's 50-plus points scored last season, over in 6 of 8, averaging 17.93 fantasy points. Now, he's gotten off to a rough start, right, this season. I know the coach recently came out and said, Brayden is our guy. We need to back him. We need to get him right. Because he hasn't had a great start to the season. He's played 2 kind of weird matchups. Tough matchup on the road against Washington, and then a game against FCS opponent Northern Colorado, which he didn't play that well either. But I do like the upside. Like I said, UTSA this season, you guys, is giving up 30.5 fantasy points to the quarterback position per game through 3 games. And again, UTSA, this game should be just offenses going back and forth. But 30.5-point fantasy points, the second most in the conference, they are allowing. I think this actually might be ranked pretty high as far as fantasy points allowed to the quarterback position in the country. But nonetheless, we look at other quarterbacks. E.J. Colson, quarterback for Incarnate Word, went for 213 and 3 passing touchdowns against UTSA. We look at Brad Jackson, 286 in the air, 1 passing touchdown, as well as 34 yards on the ground and 2 rushing touchdowns. And then we see here Marcel Reed went crazy, 289, 4 passing touchdowns, along with 39 rushing yards on the ground. But again, just a player like EJ Colson, incarnate word. I think this might be FCS program, 213 through the air and 3 touchdowns. I mean, this is easily clearing 13 fantasy score. This line is just too low for me, in my opinion, in the game with the 59.5 point game total at home for him. With a strong hit rate last season, I like this play a lot. So 2 player props for this video: Leavitt fantasy score, Fowler-Nicolosi fantasy score. Please drop a like. You guys hit the subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.